On the morning of June 12, 2025, tragedy struck shortly after takeoff at Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport in Ahmedabad, India, when an Air India Boeing 787 Dreamliner crashed, killing all 260 people on board and several on the ground. A preliminary investigation report has now revealed that both engine fuel control switches were manually moved to the cutoff position just seconds before the plane left the runway, leading to a catastrophic loss of thrust and eventual impact within a minute. At approximately 8 hours, 8 minutes, and 42 seconds UTC, the aircraft had reached a speed of nearly 180 knots. Just as it was lifting off the runway, data from the flight data recorder confirmed that both engine fuel control switches, critical components that manage fuel supply to the engines, were shifted from run to cutoff. This movement immediately shut down fuel delivery to both engines, resulting in a rapid decrease in thrust. The aircraft, just seconds into flight, was suddenly without power. Just 23 seconds after this event, a desperate Mayday MAYDAY call was made by one of the pilots, captured on the cockpit voice recorder. The recordings also revealed a chilling exchange between the two pilots. One was heard asking, "Why did you cut off the fuel?" To which the other replied, "I did not do so." The conversation indicated surprise and confusion, suggesting that neither pilot intentionally activated the switches. The voice recorder stopped capturing data around 8 hours, 9 minutes, and 10 seconds UTC. Just as the plane crashed outside the airport perimeter wall, the aircraft descended uncontrollably and struck the ground roughly 30 seconds after the fuel cutoff, crashing into a densely populated area. Emergency services rushed to the scene, but all 242 passengers and 12 crew members perished instantly. At least 18 people on the ground also lost their lives, and several others sustained injuries in the impact and subsequent fire, according to the preliminary report released by India's Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau. On July 11th, the fuel control switches in the Boeing 787 cockpit are designed to be accident-proof. They are fitted with safety guards and require a deliberate lifting motion to move from the run to the cutoff position. The report said that it was unlikely the switches were activated unintentionally. Investigators noted no anomalies in the switch mechanisms and no alerts indicating failure of systems. Boeing engineers and GE Aviation, which makes the engines, both cooperated in the investigation and found no design or mechanical flaws that could have led to the unintended switch activation. Despite the shocking nature of the switch movement, the preliminary report did not determine who or what activated the fuel cutoffs. There is still no evidence to suggest whether it was a mechanical error, pilot mistake, or a deliberate act. The Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau stressed that further analysis is required and no final conclusions should be drawn yet. Investigators will now delve deeper into flight crew actions, potential cockpit malfunctions, and any possible security breaches. A full mechanical and human factors investigation is underway, including psychological evaluations of the crew and forensic examination of switch components. The incident has raised serious concerns in India and globally, prompting regulators to issue temporary advisories. India as Directorate General of Civil Aviation DGCA instructed all airlines operating Boeing 787 aircraft to inspect fuel control systems for any signs of abnormal behavior. Air India, which operates a fleet of 33 Dreamliners, began urgent checks and paused operations of several aircraft for review. This crash is among the deadliest in Indian aviation history and has reignited debates about cockpit procedures, automation safety, and pilot training. Families of the victims have demanded answers and an accountability, while Boeing and GE have not issued any mandatory directives or fixes as of now. They continue to assist in the ongoing investigation, as the final report is expected within 12 to 18 months. The aviation world watches closely. For now, the timeline remains stark. At 8 hours, 8 minutes, and 42 seconds, the fuel was cut. By 8 hours, 9 minutes, and 10 seconds, the plane had crashed. In less than a minute, 260 lives were lost, and the mystery of how the switches were moved remains at the heart of the investigation.